Well, hey everybody, it's me again, Sophia Alexandra. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. Today I had an amazing day. It was beautiful outside. I was enjoying the weather. But anyway, so let's get right to it. I'm talking about healing heartbreaks, healing from pain, whatever it may be. But this topic today can go for anyone, because this is very important in our journey, in our walk in life, especially when we're trying to heal internally. And that is forgiveness and forgiving. You know, before we can move on and continue, we have to properly fix what is broken in the inside and what is wrong. And sometimes when we're going through a heartbreak, there is some unforgiveness, but we need to self-reflect. Look at our situation, what caused us harm, and forgive. Whether that be ourselves, whether that be, you know, someone else that may have done us wrong, mistreated us, you know, walked all over us, took advantage of us. Forgive. Free yourself. Don't let what someone else has done to you, or what you may, a mistake that you may have made, cause you to walk in bitterness. Because when you don't forgive, you develop a form of bitterness, and that also may lead to depression. Because depression, what starts depression is, you know, when something doesn't go our way, and we become more than sad. So even in my experience and in my situation, you know, my relationships, I had to learn first to forgive myself. You know, I'm like, oh my goodness, I made this mistake. You know, how can I live with myself? Not only did I make one mistake, I made two huge mistakes. And I know my family were like, I told you, you should have listened. That's what I said. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you did, all right, you know. But guess what? I'm me. My name is Sophia, and I usually, a lot of times, listen to myself, you know, and I've said that before. You know, I'm one of those ones that may, you know, have to learn by experience. And I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. You know, I'm not advising anyone not to take anyone else's advice, but, you know, I'm learning, I'm working on that. I'm not perfect. But yeah, so regardless of all of that, what your friends and family may say, take the time to think about what it is that you're holding in and that you're not letting go. You know, it was something that was said to me by one of my baby brothers about 4 years ago. It was something that I was brought up, and we were just talking about it, and I showed so much emotion as if the situation happened yesterday or even earlier that morning, but this had happened over 10 years ago. It's like, well, sounds like you haven't forgiven, you know, that situation or that person or that thing. And so it just made me think, and I'm like, you know what, because all of this time I have been thinking that I have forgiven this person and forgiven that situation, but I realized I really hadn't completely forgiven it, because every time that situation was brought up, it bothered me. It made me very emotional, and it took me back to that moment. And so I started to self-reflect, and I played that statement back in my head over and over again until I'm just, you know what, I truly haven't forgiven. And that's why I have become a little, you know, bitter towards that situation or anything along those topics. And I said to myself on that day, I choose to forgive. I choose to completely forgive. You know, that even when that situation is brought up and it hits me right in the face, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to smile. And I'm going to say, yeah, I remember. But guess where I am right now? I'm walking in total forgiveness. You know, your ex may have done you wrong, your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-boyfriend, your ex-husband, your ex-wife, your ex-whatever, your ex-partner. But it's okay. You know, we are still here and we are grateful for this day. We have to choose to forgive and not let what somebody has done control the way that we choose to act right now, and the way we choose to respond. We are in control of ourselves. So forgiveness brings peace. It brings healing. And you know, it's a step out of that slump that we have fallen in when we've gone into heartbreak. So when you go through that heartbreak, or you have gone through that heartbreak, sit back and take the time to say, who can I forgive? What can I forgive? And if that's yourself, you know, for making mistakes, forgive yourself. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. Forgive who may have done you wrong. Your ex may have cheated, he may have lied, he may have stole, he may have betrayed, backstabbed, whatever it may be. You know what? Because if they truly knew what they were really doing, they wouldn't have done it. But forgive them in spite of. And never pay anybody back with what they have done to you. You know, don't go tit for tat. You know, be the bigger person. You know, if someone wants to verbally attack you, or they want to get you back, they want to snap or whatever, let them snap and you keep it classy. And I always say, do the Beyonce. You never hear about Beyonce acting a fool with nobody. I be telling people all the time, I go Beyonce on them fools. You know, you keep it classy. You don't get ratchet. You don't get ghetto. When someone act a fool, let them act a fool. And you just keep it Beyonce. Just act like that ain't even happening. They could be acting a complete monkey. So let them act a monkey. But just do that Beyonce. So forgive. Let it go. Keep going. Heal the hurt. Don't become bitter, because holding in unforgiveness causes your heart to become hardened, and it can develop into bitterness that you display and that you're going around, passing around, and people can see that. So self-reflect, take the time to forgive. Forgive whatever they may have done. There's nothing too big that you cannot forgive at all whatsoever. Choose not to let people control you. Choose not to let people's actions control you. Choose to go Beyonce. But now choose forgiveness. And that's where it is. Leave your comments. Talk to me. And I'll holler back. Holla.